Hey, welcome back to Creator Side Income. I'm really excited for this episode. We are going to do an earnings report for March 2024, but we're also going to do a Q1 earnings report. And this report's going to be different from the other reports because we're really going to deep dive and we're going to look at not just Amazon Influencer Program, but we're going to look at YouTube, we're going to look at TikTok Shop, we're going to look at foreign storefronts for Amazon Influencer. So a bunch of different ways to make money doing product reviews. We're also going to talk about sponsored videos. So I'm going to show my data, I'm going to show my goals for the month and for the quarter, and then we're going to go through each of those categories individually so you can see kind of how it works to be a product reviewer. Now remember, I'm doing this in my spare time. I have a full-time job as a school teacher. I have 4 children. I'm really involved in my community and in my church. So this is just something I'm doing in my spare time. And so if I can do this in my spare time, it's definitely something that you can do as well. And that's why I'm going to talk about all the different little things as part of this earnings report. So let's jump into it. So first, you see here on the earnings report for March 2024 and Q1, we're going to start with our goals. And so I've blocked out, and you can see the green are the goals I accomplished, the reds are the ones that I didn't accomplish, but we'll talk about the actual numbers in a little bit. But I want you to see what my goals are for the month so you kind of know this starting point. You see here on the left with the income source for March, first I'm looking at my primary income source is going to be Amazon Influencer reviews. Now, if you don't know what that is, you can go back and see tons of other videos that I've made about the Amazon Influencer Program. But last year, I made about $50,000 from on-site commissions and $63,000 total in doing product reviews. And again, these on-site commissions are where I make the bulk of my money. That means people are looking at my videos on the product pages in Amazon. They're watching the videos, they're making a purchase, and I'm getting a small commission for that. And after 1,600 videos, I have a lot up there, and so I'm making lots of really, really small commissions. Now, I built that up over a little bit more than a year, so I was posting about 100 videos a month for that first year, and that's how I got to this starting point. So looking at my goal for the month, so that's what this action is. The goal was to post 50 videos, and then I hoped, so my goal is the action category. My hope, I can't control how much earnings I get, but based on my past track record and where I thought things were with the Amazon Influencer Program, the goal was $4,000. As part of that, I also am posting those same videos to YouTube and then using the Amazon affiliate program to redirect people to Amazon. And through that, I was hoping to make $425, and that's in AdSense. The offsite is the redirection from YouTube to Amazon, and that's offsite commissions, and I was hoping to make $300 with that. In addition to all that, I'm using these same videos and I'm posting them where I can in foreign storefronts. So right now I have 4 different storefronts that I've set up: Canadian, UK, Australia, and Germany. And I'll post as many videos there, or that's the goal. And then I was hoping to make an extra $50 in March with that. With sponsored, I've made as much as $1,500 in a month with sponsored videos. But one of my main goals for 2024 was to spend less time doing product reviews, to take it from 20 hours a week down to about 5 hours a week. And so that means I've had to let certain things go. And so my goal was simply to do 15 videos in a month for about $30 or more per video, and to make $500 with that. And then finally, this last one, and I'm really excited to talk about this, the TikTok shop. A lot of people are really frustrated with the Amazon Influencer Program right now, and they're moving over to TikTok shop, where if you have the right viral video, you can make thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars in a month or even in a week. And so I've heard all those stories, and I set up an account, and my goal was to make a single dollar in my first month on the TikTok shop. And we'll talk about those results in a bit. In total, my goal for the month was just over $5,000, which would surpass my salary as a teacher, at least my base salary before overtime. Essentially, I'm hoping to double my income through product reviews. So that's my goal. As I've been talking, hopefully you've been looking at some of my Q1 goals as well, but basically multiply all those things by 3. And that was my goal for this first quarter, which is typically the worst quarter of the year. So if I can make $13,000 in the quarter, then I'm looking on pace to equal what I did last year in making about $65,000 a year, and I would do that in 1/4 the time. So that's the goal. That would be amazing. But let's talk about whether I got into that. Now we need to go over to my Excel spreadsheet. So let's go there. All right, now I'm always a little reluctant to put all the data up at once, but I know a lot of people like to zoom in and look at different parts of this. And so I'm going to leave the whole thing up, but I'll just talk about the different things and then unveil them as we go along. You'll see that up to this point, if we look at 2022 and 2023, I'd made about $63,000, and I have that blocked into primarily Amazon, and that's what my orange and my white are. So here on this spreadsheet, as you see, on-site, off-site commissions, Canada, UK, and Germany. And then at the end, here are some metrics that most people don't use to really dig into the Amazon Influencer Program to see trends. And I think this is really important. That's why I keep this data, because we can go through and see what's happening with the program. And that tells us a little bit about the saturation levels of the program and how things are trending in different ways, if it's a shopping season, etc. So we can see that through that data. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's start with how many new videos. You saw that my goal was to make 50 videos this month. All right, here you see that we have 51 videos. So I hit my goal, but I didn't exceed that. And actually that's been one of my goals this year. It's easy to go crazy with the Amazon Influencer Program. So I did a little bit each week, but I didn't spend more time than necessary. And I used that extra time to make YouTube videos like this one, as well as to work on the TikTok shop, as well as to just spend more time with my family and do different things. And so my health has improved. If you went back a few months, I've actually lost about 20 pounds so far this year. So that was another good thing that came with less time working on Amazon Influencer. So feel really good about 51 new videos. And that takes my total videos to 1,606. Now here's where we can see how things are going for the year so far. If we look at our clicks, we would hope that they would go up a little bit. We were at about 19,000 last month, and this month we got up to 22,000. So not a dramatic increase, and just with the extra 50 videos, that probably made part of the difference. But I do think that March in general was a slightly better month than February, pretty much on par with January, although you see my clicks were actually lower than in January. So then if we look at our on-site commissions, in January, we had 4,100. In February, we had 3,300. And March, you would expect based on clicks, it would be a little less than 4,100. And the data doesn't lie. So here we are just shy of 4,000. So I barely missed my goal for the month of 4,000, or at least my hope, right? I can't control the earnings, just what I did. And with 50 videos, I hoped I'd hit 4,000. I was really close to that. Now with offsite commissions, this is one of the big ones that was a surprise to me. You'll see that through the year, the offsite commissions, this is people watched a YouTube video, clicked on the link, went to Amazon. And through the year that increased as I put more and more videos on the YouTube channel, and it peaked in December with almost $400, but then dropped quite a bit in January to $278. And then in February, it continued to drop. And then you would hope as shopping starts to pick back up, you would think this would be right around 275 again with the same amount of clicks on the on-site, but that is not what it was. It was only $156. So I was really disappointed in the off-site commissions. I think, shopping hasn't picked up dramatically yet, but my YouTube videos were doing well. And so this was a little bit surprising to me. These next three I'll unveil at the same time. You'll see that with my foreign storefronts, a lot of people ask me about, can you put things on a foreign storefront? Do you have to be a citizen of that country? Do you have to speak that language? And the answer to all of those is no. But up until recently, even if you had videos on those foreign storefronts, they weren't being placed on product pages, so it didn't matter. It felt like a waste of time to upload. And you see, even through last month, where I made about $15, and I haven't done the conversions here, so it's a little different, but pretty close to the American dollar. So about $15 from Canada and about $10 from the UK, nothing from Germany, nothing from Australia. And I had posted lots of videos on all those storefronts. And so up to this point, it had been a waste of a time, but things did improve in this last month. They started showing up on more and more product pages. So now might be actually a good time to start uploading videos. And based on my data, I would say all three of these are doing okay. My Australian videos still haven't had a single even click. So those are not being picked up on the Australian site. But in Canada, I made about $80, and that's with about 250 videos. In the UK, where I only had 100 videos, I made $60. And so the UK actually was a bigger return on time investment. And Germany was the best. I only have about 30 in Germany, and I made $30. So those are all doing better. I mean, that's not a lot of money. And probably if we went dollar per hour for the time spent to upload and tag and things, it probably still isn't worth it. But this is promising. Now, another surprising one, you see with YouTube videos, I finally monetized my YouTube channel that has all my product review videos on it. It's called Reviews of Cool Stuff. In that channel, it monetized last August, and as I added more and more videos, I have almost 2,000 videos in there now, and you see that it increased. But then when everything else declined after the holidays, it didn't decline on YouTube. So I stayed pretty close to $400 3 months in a row. And then this month, I thought with the amount of traffic that was coming in, it would stay about the same. And I was wrong there too. It actually went up considerably this last month. So we're looking at like a 15% increase in earnings, all the way up to 471, which is super promising. My goal for the whole year was to get up to $500 a month, and it looks like I could hit that as soon as this next month. Finally, TikTok Shop. I had heard from a lot of people that TikTok Shop was doing really, really well, and that this is the gold rush, and you need to get on, and you need to put up videos, and you need to be strategic and get the best sellers, etc. And so I tried starting several months ago to get a TikTok shop up and running, and I couldn't figure it out. And there weren't any good videos about how to do that. Finally, I found a video that walked me through how to create a TikTok shop as a store owner, like as if you had your own products to sell. And so I went that way because I don't have any followers on TikTok. So I started with 0 followers. I think now I have like 2 followers, but I had 0 followers, and I set it up as if I was selling something. And then I used that to get into the program to start posting videos and then linking those videos to products in the TikTok store. So I had posted like 10 videos without linking from last year. Then just on my normal TikTok. Then I linked my TikTok to the TikTok shop. I found a video that walked me through that. I can't remember what it was, but I know that Ruben Chavez, he has a YouTube channel called Rich Input. And he has a good video doing step-by-step on basically what I did. I didn't use his video, but it came out right after I'd done it, and it was very similar. So he has a good video on this. I got set up, and my goal was to make $1, and I finally got a product that made its first sale just 3 days ago. It made $2 on the first day and $20 on the second day. Today's the 3rd day, and I've been checking my stats all day on my phone, and I'm already made about $30 today. This is just for one review video because it was a good seller, and it was something I already had. It was actually something that was sent to me as a sponsored video from someone else. I just found out that I actually have like 10 requests within the TikTok shop to get free samples and review those videos. I didn't know that was there, and so this next month I'll probably say yes to a few of those. But really excited that this is, if I'm really making $20 a day, that's amazing. That's better than the Amazon influencer program was for me in the beginning. So the potential in my first real month here in April to make $100, $200 or more, the potential is really high right now. So I'm going to spend more time with that, and I have a bunch of videos coming out talking about the TikTok shop. We're almost through all our income sources. The last one is sponsored earnings, and this is one where, as I mentioned before, I scaled back. I did 15 videos. I made $520. That's about $35 a video, and so that worked out really well. It wasn't as stressful. I didn't have as many things coming in. The things that were coming in were high quality products that I either wanted or I wanted to gift away to my students or to other people that I know. So $500 it was pretty good. When we add that all up for the month, I think the goal was right around 5,000, right? And I made right around 5,000, so 5,345, which is about $172 a day. And if you come down and see this here, my base salary is $143 a day. So I was making more as a product reviewer than I made as a school teacher. So I have to be very pleased with that. As frustrating as this year has been as an Amazon influencer because of saturation, which we're going to talk about next, it's still a great way to make money, and it's been very good for us. Now I'm going to open up all these statistics for the on-site commissions so you can see what I'm talking about here. So far I've made $78,000 total as a product reviewer. Clicks per video, you see that peaked in December at 32 clicks per video. Then it dropped down to only 14. So we're making about half as many clicks per video, which is a combination of two things. Not as many people are shopping right now, and there's more people posting videos on Amazon, so it's more saturated. You put those two together, and it's not surprising that clicks and earnings are about half what they were in the holidays. If you look at earnings per click, you see it's been pretty consistent the whole time I've been in the program. So if people watch your video, they click it at about the same rate, they purchase it about the same rate. For me, the conversion rate is right around 15%. Earnings per video, that dropped, and you would expect again to see this drop in half. It was about $6 in December. It's about $2.50 now, so about half. The earnings per day, just with on-site commissions, is a little less than my school teacher job, so I do need these other things. And you see here in the bar chart, the blue is just on-site, and then all these other things were the other things that I mentioned. Earnings per video per day has dropped from 20 cents down to 8 cents. So that's about a 60% reduction. And then if every month was like this last month, we'd make $62,000 a year. Now, the good news is that's probably a worst case scenario at this point. You can kind of see my track record where I haven't made less than that $144 a day all the way going back to a year ago, April. So the chances are that I'll make at least $60,000 this year as long as I keep up this 5 hours a week and maintain that. If I put in extra time, I could make as much as $80,000 or $90,000, I think is kind of the ceiling for me this year. So there we go with all that. If I unlock the year results, these are my Q1 results, and we'll just look at those quickly. You see that I've done 90 videos, or 90 days so far, 175 videos. Have made about $11,500 in on-site commissions. And if we scroll over to total, we've made about $15,000. So again, multiply that by 4 and we're looking at about $60,000 a year. But I expect this to be the lowest quarter of the year. So let's head back to our goal sheet. All right, now this is fun. I can open all these up now so you can see if I actually hit my goal. So let's just change the font to black. And here you see that I did my 51 videos. I did everything I was supposed to do. I now have 250 videos up in the Canadian storefront, 87 in UK, 19 in Australia, 30 in Germany. I did 15 sponsored videos, and I posted 7 new videos to the TikTok shop. That resulted in $5,300, which is pretty darn good. The only two that, again, I didn't quite hit my goal was I was $2 short on on-site commissions, and then the off-site commissions were quite a bit lower. If I look at my Q1 goal, again, it's going to be similar here, where I did everything I needed to do. And that's what you want to see is green in this column, the results or the actions column. So I posted the videos that I meant to post. I got them all on YouTube. I put them with links from YouTube back to Amazon. I posted all the things to my foreign storefronts. I made a little bit less than I wanted to with sponsored videos. February was a particularly bad month for that, and so I missed the goal there, but not by much, $25. And then TikTok shop, my goal was to post 10 videos, and I posted 7. So I found that I didn't have very many things lying around the house. In Amazon, that's easy to just find stuff lying around your house and post it to the Amazon store. In TikTok, it's really current products, and they cycle fast. And so it's cheaper things that are popular right now. It's all about trending and going viral. And so I'm trying to figure that out. And I hope that next month and next quarter goes a lot better. I hit most of my goals here, although you see the foreign storefront, I was a little lower. That's not right. I did hit my goal there. It shouldn't be red. It should be green. Sorry, I messed up. Sometimes I do that when I prepare like all this data for you. But I did hit my goal of $13,000 for the quarter. I actually exceeded that by a couple thousand, which I'm thrilled about. Here are my big takeaways. I know this is a long video, so I'll keep this brief. TikTok, things are happening. It's frustrating. It's hard to set up a store, but it's worth the effort. So look into the TikTok shop if you haven't already. That's one that if you start from scratch with no experience and you just watch a few videos, watch some of Ruben's videos. I'm gonna have a few videos coming out. Watch those. You can get started and making money from the very beginning. There are people making $20,000 a month, $40,000 a month. These are people that, for the most part, understand a little bit about affiliate marketing and sales, but even making bad videos, you can make $10,000 a month right now. It's just getting into the program and getting started. That's the hardest part. That was the hardest part with the Amazon Influencer program as well. So if you're in those beginning stages, stick with it. You know, it comes with numbers, it comes with consistency, and figuring out what the platforms are looking for. TikTok videos are very different from Amazon influencer videos. So I can't use those same videos across those platforms like I do with Amazon and YouTube. I'm having to shoot vertical videos for TikTok. They're short, they're punchy, they have a lot of jump cuts, they're faster paced, but those work. And if you learn how to do that, you can make really good money. Whatever you're doing, if you're doing this in your spare time and you just want to make an extra few $100s or even a few $1,000s a month, it is definitely possible. And this has made such a difference for me and my family. You know, again, I'm a school teacher, but we're traveling the world. We're doing some really cool things as a family. We're making investments and preparing for our future. And being a product reviewer on the side has made so much possible for us. And so I'm really excited to move forward with it. We're hoping to make enough money this year to buy another rental property, and we're on track for that. So it's really, really exciting. What do you want to know? So here we're at the end. I like making these reports because it's good for me to go through my data, but I think it's also useful to you. I'm curious if you could drop in the comments, what is something that maybe you learned that you were surprised about, or what's a question that you still have? What's something that you still want to know? And perhaps now that I see that this is 23 minutes long right now, what should I cut out? What was the stuff that was boring that you didn't find interesting, so I can make my next report a little bit better? All right, I hope there was value. If there was, please subscribe, like, share, do all those things, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.